Document the crazy place that I'm in right now. Quite high, quite steep of a climb. I came up here after my drone, which I crashed, and that was maybe not a great idea, but here we are. Right. This is how close I am. This is how close I am to the drone. It's up there, and I'm never gonna get to it. This is so sad. Up here playing real life Assassin's Creed, this is where I just was. I just slid down the rocks. Pretty sketchy, but that's gorgeous. So I'll be darned if I went through all this, lost my drone, just not get any photos. So phone footage it is. The people are recording me. They think I'm gonna die. They want to get it on camera. They think I'm gonna die maybe, but this is probably not how this. But then again, how does it go? With my God, I can advance against a troop. With my God, I can scale a wall, or a mountain, or scale down a mountain. Did not get the drone back, but I tell you, this is an incredible view. Just incredible. Seriously amazing. There's nothing like being up here. A lot of loose rocks up here. How's a landslide? Yeah, I just slid down pretty much half of that. And I got totally effed up. But I'm alive, so maybe I should stop recording and pay attention. There was no shortage of stuff. Ah! Sorry, I'm coming down from possibly dying. Oh, hold on. So anyways, like I was saying, there's no shortage of suffering on that little adventure. But within suffering, therein we find unexpected treasures, don't we? Ain't that just the case? Yeah, I picked a few flowers while I was up there because I figured if I was up there I better get my money's worth. And they're beautiful. They are beautiful, more so because I witnessed them while questioning all of my life decisions, and they reminded me of what's important, which is not a drone and money, because God's creation is worth more than all of that. I do wish I got my drone back though. I am annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, I got a story out of it, and you don't get those every day unless you're living an exciting life. I have to say, this watch held up pretty well. I'm so dusty, and I need a shower. I need to nurse my aching wounds. Okay, we'll do a real Bible study, a short one. First I'm going to wash off. Look at that sweat stain. That's the sweat of pure fear. Oh, that feels nice. I don't know if you can hear anything, but I guess we'll find out. Wash myself off a little bit. Scrapes, man, got cuts, but I'm alive, and I am well. I was reading Isaiah 4 before I came out here, so that's the one we'll do. I'm not going to put the phone down, because if I get too far away from it, there's absolutely no way you're going to hear anything I'm saying over this roaring rapid, which is an awesome place to be, by the way. The sound of it is just, I don't know, it's nothing. It's like it turns off all your anxiety, and it's just like, you're just hearing God's original design a little bit, almost. I love it. I just stuck my head in the river and washed off, and it felt amazing. Even though I lost a $1,000 drone today, I can't help but be in such a good mood right now. I don't even care. I'll care later. I'll procrastinate my worries till another day. So I'm gonna go to Isaiah. I didn't plan this, so I'm just going to go to what I was reading a little bit earlier. That stuck out to me because I was praying and I asked God to just kind of help me just read what you want me to hear right now. And man, when you do that, I almost always get something when I do that. Something that sticks out to me. But it's just amazing because I turned right to this page in Isaiah 4, and Isaiah 4 is a very short chapter. But I was just out here walking around the mountain, taking pictures of the river, and thinking about how it's so much nicer to be out here in creation than stuck in town and sitting in a little place where I rent, and I just had to get out of there. And I've been feeling this desire to go back to how towards the natural. And turn to with this right here. In that day, the branch of the Lord shall be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and appealing for those of Israel who have escaped. And it shall come to pass, he who is left in Zion and remains in Jerusalem will be called holy, everyone who is recorded among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord has washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion and purged the blood of Jerusalem from her midst. Ha! What did I just do? I just washed blood off of myself. Amazing. I didn't even realize. By the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. I didn't burn it off. I washed it in the living water. Then the Lord will create above every dwelling place of Mount Zion and above her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For over all the glory there will be a covering, and there will be a tabernacle for shade in the daytime from the heat, for a place of refuge, and for a shelter from the storm and rain. And that's incredible because it just became overcast, and I was wondering, is it about to start raining? There were a couple of raindrops, but I prayed and I said, God, can just give me enough time to do this. But that's amazing. And I was wondering why it was starting to rain, and here when I just read it again, it's like it jumped right out of me. But this is the fruit of the earth that God created for us to live off of. Not the system of money created by man, by mammon, right? By the spirit of mammon that runs our lives. That money is our God. Look, money, a little bit of money is okay, but just look at the systems that we've attached ourselves to. We've made ourselves slaves. And if that doesn't bother you, you to pray and read about it. It should bother you, and you should want away from it. I know I want away from it, and I want to get away from it sooner rather than later, but at the same time I have to be patient and stay in step with the Holy Spirit and only do that God tells me to do when He tells me to do it. But man, I know that He wants me to be in a healthier place, and I want to be there too. But man, this world has so much to offer of just the things God has created for us to thrive and live off of, and we just forget about that sometimes. We get so anxious because we're not going to have the fanciest $10,000 waterbed or the fancy car or the $1,000 drone, which I'm still going to buy another one. I really like the drone. It's fun to take pictures and see God's creation from up above. But man, we don't need any of that. None of that is a need. If you take care of your body, you take care of yourself. And I understand, and I don't want to put this on people that have disabilities or that would love to be out here and aren't able to. But for those people, man, I'm out here for you right now, and I see you, I appreciate you, and God sees you. He knows where you're at, and I know He's there with you. But just for me, as someone who never myself appreciated nature enough, it is true indeed. Right here. For those of Israel who have escaped, the branch of the Lord. Who's the branch of the Lord? That's us, right? We abide in Him, right? I accidentally stopped it right there. We're the branch of the Lord, right? For those who have escaped shall be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and appealing for everyone who has escaped. That's amazing. That's maybe the first time I've read that chapter, so I'm not going to pretend I know. I have a whole Bible study on it. Like I said, this wasn't planned, but it is amazing how things line up if you just pray and ask for it. And I guess, if anything, this is just an example of that for you guys to see. Pray, guys. Pray and ask and pray and ask and pray and ask. And ask for things that are amazing and incredible and that you haven't imagined. Ask for. You have not because you ask not. If you have faith, you believe that you have what you ask for. What did Jesus say? He said, who of you, if your child asks for bread, would you give them a snake? If he asked for a fish, would you give him a stone? How much more, dusty lungs, how much more does your Father in heaven know how to give good gifts? So don't be afraid when they come after your resources and they tell you you're not going to have a job if you continue to obey Jesus and pray and be a believer, and you're not going to have money, and you're not going to have likes on Facebook, and you're not going to have status, and you're not going to have this and that. Don't be afraid, guys. Do not fear. This is His design. You think a God who made this, that His design was for us to have a bad time and to suffer? Or did suffering come from the things that we created by the guidance of these evil spirits that run our cities and the authority and leadership of man? I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope in the future. Gorgeous. Alright. I already said it, but I'll say it again. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord look on you with favor and grant you peace